We haven't talked to you maybe I think since before OTAs, right?
Yeah,
since you got that big check, right?
Yes.
So how are things? How have you acclimated, and just what have been your impressions so far?
I've acclimated really well, actually. Just enjoying my time here, getting to know the guys. At first, it felt weird, just being a new guy, feeling like a rookie again. But after weeks go by, you get to know the guys, you get to know people's personalities, and even them getting to know me. It really feels like family already. And just the whole, from top to bottom, staff to players and everybody, everything just feels normal.
And what's it been like just getting acclimated to Lou's defense and finally get on the field with him?
Yeah, really, because I think this is my fourth coordinator in the league so far. It's kind of been normal for me to switch defenses, so it's been pretty fun just keep adding the knowledge over the years and kind of carry things over from. My mindset is, okay, we played this like I played it in the past, and just being able to see the similarities from things I've done in the past and being able to take all the good from everything that I've learned, and then now being in Lou's defense, it's been fun. It's a defense, even just hearing from the offense, them giving us our flowers, be like, yeah, this defense is going to be really good this year just because they're going against us. So being able to hear that from the offense is really reassuring for us to know that, okay, we trust it, and going against the offense, they're saying the same thing. So we know that Lou's defense is going to pay us really well this season as far as making plays.
When you come in, and continuity is what you always strive for as a group or whatever.
Right.
When you got a new safety and a new corner, does it take longer, or is that something that you can get up to speed with now in training camp or whatever?
You can do it pretty fast, but there's nothing more than reps. As far as more important, getting reps with people is going to be the main thing that helps you guys get closer on the field. But every single year, being in the NFL, the turnover of people is always high. You're always going to have a new teammate and always new people to talk to. So you really just treat every single year, regardless, like it's year one where you're really striving to get closer with the guys. So on and off the field, just so you can know that, okay, I know how you play, I know your strengths, I know your weaknesses, and how can we help each other. So I think we're doing a good job of that so far, and the room really feels really tight-knit so far.
You guys do have a fair number of veterans on defense, but I mean, you seem like a guy who can kind of assume a leadership role.
Right.
Does that happen later, or do you think that's already happening?
No, I think it's already happening, but just by being myself, I'm not coming out here just because, I got new contract and whatever. I'm not coming out here screaming at guys. I'm really using the knowledge that I've gotten in the past. Okay, how can I apply it to Lou's defense? Okay, but how can I also be a good learner from Coach Lou, from my DB coaches, but also, most importantly, how can I learn from my teammates that I'm on the field with? Just because that's the guys that you're going to be out there with, so I need to earn their respect and earn the right to lead them by being a good follower also.
Flores is known for kind of having a unique defense. Are you seeing similarities with that with Blues?
Yeah, for sure. Just a lot of carryover for sure, and really just the aggressive mindsets. I think that's one thing that they share, and is really it comes in common, and that's just the mindset that I love to have being on defense. That we're going to send pressure, we're going to mix things up, we're going to have variations of everything, but at the end of the day, we want to go down with our best guys being aggressive, and that's the mindset I like to have, because I don't want to sit back and just let things happen in front of us. I want to be able to, command the offense to do what we want them to do.
When you've had new coordinators come in the past, what have you learned about how you need to communicate among your teammates to help get that system, get everyone up to speed within that system?
I think the most important thing when you get a new coordinator and new guys around is terminology. Everybody's learned cover 4, everybody's learned cover 3, everybody's played man coverage, but everybody's called certain things different. So every tool within each coverage, everybody's pretty much done before being in the NFL, but how can we really merge it all together where we're all speaking the same language, to where we're on the field, all we have to do is make eye contact and know, okay, you see this, I see it the same exact way, and that's how we can play. And that's really what OTAs is for. It's competitive and everything, but being able to be around the guys and make the mistakes right now, I think this is the best time to make mistakes, because once we get into camp, and then we're rolling, and we know, okay, I messed this up in OTAs, how can I fix it later on? And I think this is really the best time for that. So really speaking the same language and getting to know your teammates and knowing that they know that you know.
This is kind of random, but
I was going to say, Shane Steichen mentioned that Justin Wallace kind of caught his eye here early on. What have you seen from the rookie?
I'd just say a confident rookie. That's something that is tough to do as a rookie, going out there and playing as if you've been here for years, and that's what he's really stood out this time just because he's out there not shying away from going against the vets and not shying away being in the first group. Just rotating in with the first group, but still having that communication, still being a young guy that's not afraid to go out there and make mistakes. He's not playing timid, but also being out there making plays and just being a baller. So a lot of respect for him, the way he came in, just confident, but also humble with the confidence.
Kind of random, but Alec Pierce is your, the guy who's kind of the deep guy.
Yeah.
When you have a guy who can kind of get deep the way he does and has a reputation for that, how does that stress the defense, and how much attention does that draw?
Guys like him that can take the top off the defense. You have to know where they are at all times, and that's even going against the Colts last season. He was the guy that we circled. That if he's on your side, you might want to get a little more depth because he has like real good speed, and really just having him be able to occupy the zones. That's an asset to have on an offense, and that's something on defense that we always have to be aware of. So whenever I'm lining up, I'm like, okay, where's 14? Where's the speed, my speed threat? And I always have to make sure, okay, if I feel him screaming down the field, I got to be on top of that because he can outrun somebody.
Turn those hips. Right?
Yep, you got to open up.